Welcome to Always Dolls, and thanks for joining us. Today we show you how to make your dolls a quick winter breakfast. There is something savoury and something sweet. Whip up fluffy scrambled eggs with toast and delicious Danish pastries with custard and fruit. We'd love it if you hit that like button and subscribe to support our channel. So, let's get making! For the scrambled eggs, take 2 tissues and separate the ply. Tear the tissues into little chunks until you have filled a bowl. Next, add equal parts liquid glue and yellow paint. Stir thoroughly to coat all the tissues in this mix. It will clump together and reduce in volume. Working on a non-stick surface, split your mix in half and shape it into a circle. Remember, they don't need to be perfect. To season our eggs with chives, we took scraps of green cardstock in different shades. Cut the cardstock into super thin slits, then cut again into tiny pieces. Apply more liquid glue to the top of the eggs, then sprinkle on your chives. For extra garnish, pop a sprig from a fake houseplant into the wet eggs. Leave overnight to dry and harden. While waiting, let's make some toast. We used an American Girl bread slice as our guide. It's about 4 by 4 centimeters. Draw or trace the bread slice onto a scrap of 5mm foam board. If you don't have foam board, you can cut, stack and glue pieces of cardboard to achieve the same thickness. Cover your bread slice all over in liquid glue, then drape with a piece of tissue paper. This will help create texture, especially around the edges for the crust. Repeat with a couple more layers of glue and tissue paper. Once it is dry, we can paint. We made a custom mix of 1 part brown paint, 2 parts white paint and a small drop of yellow. Mix together for a warm cake batter colour. Paint your bread slice front, back and sides. It may need a few coats. Now take a darker yellow paint and shade just the crust. Next, take your original brown paint and rub it around the outer edges of your bread slice. Intensify the colour down the sides and across the bottom. For that extra crispy toast, lightly dry brush a dark brown paint over the top. This step will also pick up the folds and creases from the tissue paper, adding to the realism of the toast. Now your dolls can decide how toasted they want their bread to be. Okay, on to something sweet. To make doll-sized Danish pastries, we are using an AG rice serving as our guide for a 4cm square with curved corners. Trace and draw your shape 7 times onto recycled paperboard, then freehand a smaller square inside it. Cut them out, giving you 2 full shapes for the base and 5 frames. Stack and glue together. Next, sketch V shapes in the center of each side. Go over your lines with hot glue. Once they have cooled, fill in the V area with more hot glue to build up dimension. This will create the main folds of the Danish pastry. Wait till the glue has cooled down again, then go around the edges of your square. It's at this point that we switched from a regular hot glue gun to a fine-tipped nozzle one. Add more thinner lines of hot glue at each corner. Now take the hot tip and carefully rub it through the set glue to melt it. This will mimic the folds and layers seen in a Danish pastry. Keep going to make lots and lots of grooves. Following this, paint your Danish all over with the custom brown paint we made earlier. You need to apply a few base coats for complete coverage. Next, apply a reddish brown paint to the center of each V fold, blending it out along the edges to the corner. After this, dry brush a small amount of your dark brown color over top to highlight the texture we've created. For a quick custard, fill the center of your Danish pastry with cream puffy paint. While the paint is still wet, top with a cluster of blueberries. You can click the card top right to see our tutorial for these. Another popular topping is apple. To simulate this, we thinly sliced a mini styrofoam capsicum intended for kitchen decor. Again, place the slices into the wet paint to set. For that distinctive syrup shine, give your pastries a coat of gloss Mod Podge. Then add faux icing sugar using the hairspray and baby powder technique. Have fun plating up a hot, delicious winter breakfast that your dolls can customize to suit their particular tastes. If you'd like to keep crafting, click the link for our yogurt, granola and berry parfait. Thanks for watching and see you soon for more miniature crafting fun!